It's about 40 feet in diameter, and for centuries, people have been mystified by its barren circle. No vegetation, not even a weed, survives within its boundaries. It's as though the earth itself has been scorched in this spot, and even animals tend to avoid it. Local legend holds that this ground is cursed or somehow supernatural, giving rise to stories of strange occurrences and haunting tales passed down for generations. Here are some of the most intriguing stories tied to this haunted patch of land. 1. The Devil's Nightly Walk. The most famous legend is that the devil himself comes here every night to stomp and pace, planning his next acts of evil. Local folklore says the devil himself has worn down this circle through centuries of stomping, thinking up new ways to spread chaos. Some claim to have seen strange, faintly glowing eyes watching them from the edge of the woods when visiting late at night, or have felt an intense heat even in the dead of winter. 2. The Haunted Trees. While the circle itself is barren, the trees surrounding it have their own strange history. Locals swear that if you look closely at the trunks of these trees, especially on a full moon, you might see eerie shapes, like faces or skulls, etched into the bark. Old-timers say these are the souls the devil has claimed, somehow embedded in the trees, forever watching over his tramping ground. 3. Mysterious fires and vanished campers. Brave souls have tried to camp at the devil's tramping ground overnight, hoping to unravel its mysteries. However, many campers have reported waking up in the middle of the night to find their tents mysteriously moved outside the circle, even when securely staked down. Some claim to hear phantom footsteps or the low, rhythmic sound of something heavy pacing in the clearing. There's even an old tale of a pair of travelers who disappeared in the 1920s after setting up camp here. Only their belongings were found, lying undisturbed, as if they simply vanished. 4. The Legend of Luther Atkins. Luther Atkins, a local from Siler City, reportedly visited the devil's tramping ground frequently in the 1950s, drawn by an unexplained obsession with the site. He became infamous for bringing people on ghost tours to the circle, showing off strange artifacts he claimed to have found there, including charred bits of wood and stones. Atkins once told visitors that he heard voices calling his name whenever he stayed in the circle too long, and he eventually stopped visiting after suffering several accidents that he blamed on his fascination with the place. 5. A Portal to the Spirit World. Another chilling story passed down by locals is that the devil's tramping ground isn't just a barren patch, but a portal to another world. This idea was spread by George Tucker, an amateur paranormal investigator from Chatham County who studied the area in the 1970s. Tucker reportedly captured strange, unearthly sounds on his tape recorder, and he became convinced the circle was a gateway to the spirit world, where the devil communicated with those who dared to listen. After releasing his findings, he swore he was haunted by entities that followed him home. He eventually abandoned his studies, warning others to stay away from the place altogether. 6. The Curse of the Farmer. According to one version of the story, the devil's tramping ground is cursed due to a tragedy that took place in the late 1700s. A farmer who had been cheated in a land deal supposedly invoked a dark curse on the land, swearing that no honest soul would ever thrive here. After his death, his own family refused to visit the site, and locals claim that his ghost, alongside dark shadows, wanders the woods around the tramping ground, looking for justice. These stories of strange occurrences, eerie encounters, and vanished people have only deepened the mystery of the devil's tramping ground over the years. Many believe the ground's sinister reputation isn't just folklore, but a sign of a true supernatural presence, leaving it as one of North Carolina's most unsettling landmarks.